Right now, somewhere in your body, a warning system is quietly going off. You didn't turn it on. You can't turn it off. It has been running since before you were born, and it was built for one purpose only, to keep you from being alone. Most people think loneliness is just a feeling, a bit of sadness, something to shake off with a busy weekend. Loneliness isn't an emotion at all, it's an alarm. Go back 200,000 years, your ancestors didn't survive because they were the strongest or the fastest. They survived because they stayed close to the group. A human alone on the savannah was a human about to die. No claws, no fangs, no thick fur, just a fragile body and a tribe standing between it and the predators circling in the dark. So evolution did something clever. It didn't just make separation inconvenient, it made separation feel like danger. The same way hunger tells you your body is low on food, loneliness tells you your safety net is gone. Your brain cannot tell the difference between being cut off from your tribe 50,000 years ago and being cut off from people today. To your nervous system, both mean the same thing: exposed. This is where the science gets uncomfortable. In the 1990s, psychologist John Cacioppo began treating loneliness not as a mood, but as a biological state, and what he found reshaped how scientists think about isolation. Lonely people showed elevated cortisol, disrupted sleep, inflammation levels that mirrored people under chronic physical stress. Their bodies were behaving as if they were under siege, because as far as your biology is concerned, they were. Then, in 2010, researcher Julianne Holt-Lunstad pulled together data from over 300,000 people across dozens of studies. She wanted to know how much loneliness actually shortens a life. The answer stunned the field. Chronic loneliness increased mortality risk by an amount comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day, comparable to obesity, worse than physical inactivity. Isolation wasn't just unpleasant, it was statistically killing people. Why would a feeling carry that much weight? Because for most of human history, isolation wasn't a mood, it was a death sentence, so your body still treats it that way, even now. Even in a world with locks on the doors and food in the fridge and no lions in sight. You can see this pain response show up somewhere unexpected too. Brain scans of socially rejected people light up in the same regions activated by physical pain. Being left out doesn't just feel bad. Neurologically, it hurts. The metaphor isn't a metaphor at all. Decades earlier, psychologist Harry Harlow ran a study that still unsettles people today. He separated infant rhesus monkeys from their mothers and gave them 2 artificial replacements. One was made of bare wire but held a bottle of milk. The other was soft cloth, warm but offered no food at all. Logic says the babies should cling to the one that fed them. They didn't. They clung to the cloth. They needed contact more than they needed calories. Comfort outranked survival, or maybe comfort was survival, dressed differently. That instinct never left you. It's just been buried under group chats and notification badges. Here's the strange part. Modern loneliness rarely looks like being physically alone. You can sit in a packed office surrounded by co-workers and still feel the alarm ringing. You can scroll through hundreds of friends online and still feel unseen. Why? Because your ancestors' alarm wasn't built to measure how many people are nearby. It was built to measure how deeply you're known by them. A tribe of 30 people who trusted you completely once meant safety. A feed of 3,000 strangers who barely register your existence does not silence that same ancient circuit. If anything, it can make it louder, because your brain keeps counting the connections and keeps finding them thin. This is the twist most people miss. Loneliness isn't a flaw in you. It's a signal doing exactly what it evolved to do. It's telling you something ancient and blunt. Get closer to people, actual people, not glances at a screen, not passive scrolling. Real, textured, reciprocal contact, the kind your ancestors depended on to see the next sunrise. So the next time that hollow, restless feeling creeps in during a quiet evening or in the middle of a crowded room, try not to dismiss it as weakness. It isn't weakness, it's 50,000 generations of survival wisdom, tapping you on the shoulder, using the only language it has ever known. Because right now, somewhere in your body, that warning system is still quietly running. It never asked to be turned off. It's only ever asked one thing of you: don't go through this alone.